guys, Spencer Van here, and what you're about to watch is a really short clip from a 3-hour-long mastermind I did where I taught everything I know about money when I went from negative $700 in the bank to growing my net worth by $4.8 million in 1 month. And I learned all those skills in the last several years, and I've built an 8-figure company off of all this. And so for the first time ever, I'm revealing all of these secrets that I've learned about how money truly works, and I'm sharing all of it in this mastermind. Now, if you would like to get the actual document that I taught, it's a 22-page document. I'm calling it 22-Page Millionaire. If you'd like to get that doc to learn exactly everything that I taught all of these people in this mastermind, you can get that doc right now for just $1. It's in the description down below. Go ahead and click that after you watch this video and enjoy the content.
And this is because I wish I could have had someone teach me these things directly. My path for learning all this stuff, and just to be frank with you, it was it's a journey. Okay, it was a journey. This stuff is all this information you can find. It's not like I'm telling you anything that you can't find or pay for. But the reality is, what allows you to have success is not just the information; it's putting all the information in the right sequence, right? And so that's my goal for you guys today. It's not going to give you a lot of the right information, not everything. I can't give you everything right now, in a 3-hour meeting. But I can give you as much as I can, and I can put it in the right order for you to understand, right? And I've spent thousands of hours studying this stuff, and that's not probably tens of thousands of hours. It's not an exaggeration. I've read hundreds of books. I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of really amazing people, people that are beyond, not even comparable in success to me, next level. And then I've met the opposite too. And I think what this whole started with was, I grew up in a family where we're making a 60 to 70K a year, which is about median average, okay? So I don't come from millionaires, I don't come from billionaires, anything like that. My dad's literally a high school dropout. And I just thought I'd drop these in here just to give you guys an example. This is the house that I grew up in. These are actual pictures of where I grew up, okay? So by no means am I that was a bedroom that I grew up in, right? Not a great environment, okay, by any means, okay? This is not living, but I think you guys get the point, okay? Not this one right here, something really gross. My younger brother's autistic. Those are actual stains. He is not potty trained to this day, right? So I grew up in kind of a crappy environment, and literally, and I've gone from that to the best month of my life so far. I made $4.8 million, in 1 month, which is the equivalent of 68 years of my dad's annual income. And if you look at the median income level in the U.S. and you annualize the 4.8 to what it would be per year, if that was if you multiplied it by 12, that's 834 years to earn the same amount of money compared to the median income. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? Which is stupid. That's no one's that's just stupid to think about, right? So my goal with this group for you guys, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little better, is to explain exactly how this is even possible and the steps I took to do this. Does that sound like that's what you're looking for? Okay, cool. And so sometimes I think the best way to understand something is to look at the opposite of it. It's called inverse problem solving, okay? And so part of me analyzing not annualizing myself has been I've always been very curious about how the world works. And when I was a kid, I came to the realization that most people's lives, they fucking suck. They do. I'm just going to be blunt. This is kind of depressing, but it is. Because most people in America are average by definition, right? And in school and in other places in the world, average is seen as oh, it's not bad, it's average. But the reality is average is awful. It is, right? 50% of Americans are obese. So that makes being obese average. Does anybody here want to be obese? Did anybody say that that's okay, that's acceptable? It's not acceptable, okay? The median income in America, I mentioned a couple times, $69,000 a year. This is a direct quote. In LA County, residents qualify as low income, even if they're at the median income level, okay? So basically, if you make the exact middle, the exact most common income in America, you are considered low income. But that's okay, that's acceptable. That's not acceptable, right? 50% of all marriages end in divorce, okay? That's not like, none of these things, but this is the average, right? And I bring up those three specific examples: relationships, money, and physical health, right? Because those are the three things that pretty much everybody in the world wants. Everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody wants to have strong relationships and whatever, right? And everybody wants to make money. Even people that say they don't want to make money, they want to make money, okay? And so that's why I bring up those three examples, okay? Now, on the flip side of this, I also saw people like Jeff Bezos. This dude grew up on a farm without a dad, and now he makes $2,537 a second, okay? So explain that to me, right? On one hand, you've got, a bunch of people that make $69K a year that are considered low income, and then you got this other guy that makes $152,000 a minute, right? Like, in our time here, he's made over, a couple $1 million, okay, already, okay? And the top 1% in America makes $500K a year. I want you to think about this too. The top 0.1% makes $3 million. Okay, so think about that. That's a 8x or 6x increase, right? Just going from the top 1% to the top 0.1%. And if you go to top 0.01%, it's like 10, 20 million, right? And I have a point I'm getting to with that in a second. So my goal with the group is not to tell you what you should or shouldn't do in life. I said that it's irrelevant to me if you want to be a billionaire, if you don't want to be a billionaire, if you want to be obese or be in shape. I would recommend being in shape, but that's your choice. If you want to have a lot of success with your relationships or you want to have none, I really don't care. That's not my decision for you to make.
So the first time ever, I'm revealing all of these secrets that I've learned about how money truly works, and I'm sharing all of it in this mastermind. Now, if you would like to get the actual document that I taught, it's a 22-page document. I'm calling it 22-Page Millionaire. If you'd like to get that doc to learn exactly everything that I taught all of these people in this mastermind, you can get that doc right now for just $1. It's in the description down below. Go ahead and click that after you watch this video.